Player's Peter Beckett on revisiting the famous Cavern Club, the old Beatles hangout. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music. Of course, the Cavern Club is well known for being the early stomping grounds for the Beatles. It's basically like a tunnel. And about 5 years after the Beatles played there, Peter Beckett had a chance to play there. And this past summer, he took a little trip back to his old stomping grounds. Because let's remember, Peter Beckett is originally from Liverpool, the Beatles' birthplace. So he visited a lot of spots when he went across the pond. I started by saying I'm sure people in the 70s were surprised at times that you were not American. But are folks still surprised that you're from Liverpool?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people still don't know when I do interviews. They go, are you English? Are you Australian? You know, no, I'm English. But it was an LA band. I mean, I've been living in LA for a few years when the band formed, so it's an LA band.
Mm-hmm. You know. You saw the Beatles at the Cavern Club.
And I'll tell you a really interesting story about that. I got snuck in a couple of times, you know, just for this old bouncer. I mean, he probably wasn't that old, but you know, to me, he was like an old ducker guy, tough guy in a suit, you know. And this guy, I knew he'd say, let him down just for a few minutes, you know, and lunchtime session for the office workers, and I went down a couple of times. It was like so loud because the whole place is just a brick tunnel, you know, and it was just so exciting, and you know, I was hooked right there. But here's the story. He'd say, get him out quick, you know, let him in for a few minutes and then get him out, he's too young. So I just went back to Liverpool a couple of weeks back, and I went to the Cavern, and you know, it's been knocked down, it's been moved, it's been this, that, and the other, but they've got it back in the original place somehow. And apart from a few extra rooms and an extra stage, the part that I used to play in is exactly the same. The wall at the back with all the band signatures and everything, the dressing room, it's all the same. It was quite impressive. You know, the bouncers on the door, my wife and I were at the door, and we're trying to get in to go down and see it and do a little film, you know. Yeah. And the bouncers say, well, that'll be like £3 each to go in, you know. And I just kind of walked to the side, you know, and my wife said, you know, he used to play here 45 years ago, you know, and he's had success in America and everything. And they told him, like, who I was, and that I used to go down there and the bouncer would let me in. Guess who he was? He was the son of that bouncer, and there was a photograph of that bouncer, an enlarged photograph, leaning on the real Cavern door like this, you know, and it was his dad.
How synchronistic is that?
Crazy. I posted it on Facebook, talking to the guy, the young guy, you know. It's great. And he said, go ahead, do whatever you want to do. So we did a little film, you know, and we've been posting stuff on Facebook.
How did it feel being there for you? I mean, I know you're a rocker and you've had great success, but you're still a fan, right?
I'll tell you what's really weird is being a tourist in your own country. Yeah. And going to the places that you used to be in as a tourist. It's really weird. You know, I mean, the memories are kind of fading, and so you go back and it's a real slap. It's like, oh my God, I spent so much time here, you know. And, you know, we went around Liverpool, we went to Lennon's house. I mean, I was a tourist. I did the tourist thing.
We'll have more from Peter Beckett of Player coming up in a few days. Make sure you comment on our videos, subscribe to our channel, and share our videos. I'm John Beaudin from Rock History Music.